Thank you. So we've made it to the last session of the day, so I hope you still have some energy in you. I'm really excited to be here to take you through how you can harness the power of AWS to build game-changing applications. My name's Andra Christie, and I'm a specialist in the spatial and visual computing domain, and I'm going to take you through the first half of the presentation, the most exciting part, of course, and then I'm going to pass you over to Aman, who's going to take you through some customer examples. So let's get started. First, we're going to provide some context on the types of applications that customers are running on AWS, and the fact that the way these applications are built and run has really changed over the last few years. Next, we'll dive deeper into why organizations are choosing AWS and the fact that our infrastructure supports virtually any type of application. Aman will take you through some customer examples where organizations are realizing greater securities, efficiencies, and cost savings by running their applications on our platform. And last, we'll take you through some resources and next steps that will show you how you can build and run your application on AWS. We know that AWS enables customers to turn their groundbreaking ideas into reality. So customers like AstraZeneca, Whisk Aero, and Leonardo AI have shown confidence in running their complex applications on our platform, and they're leveraging our agility and our advanced capabilities. They've been able to use AWS to do everything from drug development to creating autonomous aircraft and even improving marketing with generative AI. In fact, Leonardo AI, who are an Australian generative artificial intelligence or Gen AI content production platform, are creating over 4.5 million images daily on our platform. We're also helping customers solve the world's toughest problems, and high-performance computing, or HPC, is helping companies with everything from drug discovery to genomics to weather predictions. It does all this by enabling large-scale computations with massive data and high-speed networking. We also know that HPC users like tools that are easy to use so they can focus on experimenting rather than on managing infrastructure. Right, so we know that cloud computing is really like the superhero of tech because it gives us almost instant access to unlimited infrastructure without the hassle of old school data centers. Think of it as breaking away from the old clunky way of doing things. And then when you throw in microservices, containers, and serverless tech, it lets us build and deploy applications super fast. It's like creating a virtual playground for all of our applications with just a few clicks. Now, we know that business leaders are all about cloud reliability and scalability. They want the built-in security features to keep things safe, while they focus on applications and compliance to keep prying eyes away from sensitive data. Let's not forget about performance and cost. Leaders need scalable applications that perform effectively to keep customers happy. And what's the end goal? It's meeting SLAs, it's limitless growth, and staying ahead. And let's not forget about organizations that want to stay competitive and innovative. They want the developers to basically be productivity wizards, crafting applications that meet the current and future business vibe. It's all about staying sharp and innovative. Now, when we ask business leaders why they run their applications on AWS, we get a lot of different answers because, as you can imagine, customers are running lots of different workloads on AWS. So today we're going to focus on some of the key reasons that customers tell us AWS is the best place to run and build their applications securely. First, AWS is designed to be the most secure cloud so you can build and run your applications with confidence. Secondly, we deliver the best performance and also the best price performance so you can efficiently run your applications. Third, we're continually innovating so you can continue to innovate for your current and future needs. We are constantly innovating so you can continue to innovate. Let's dive a bit deeper into that first area. Now, crafting a top application is no joke. Security really is the most important aspect. you've got to lock down the infrastructure, shield the application data, and make sure that information transfer is as safe as a vault. For customers who are dealing with things like sensitive data, so think PII or digital assets, it's a privacy and confidentiality dance. There are strict rules to follow, and they're not taking any shortcuts. We're also delivering on organizations' needs for confidential computing with the AWS Nitro system. This is really the foundation of our modern compute infrastructure. The AWS Nitro system offers built-in security to protect hardware and software against potential security threats. And then you have the AWS Nitro enclaves that are a feature of Amazon EC2, which allows customers to create isolated compute environments to further protect and securely process highly sensitive data. Earlier this year, NCC Group, who are a leading cybersecurity consulting firm, did an independent architecture review of the Nitro system and the claims that we made to our customers. They've actually been able to verify and affirm all our claims, and you can use the QR code on this slide if you'd like to actually download that full report for yourself. So let's dive a little bit deeper into some of the features of the Nitro system. So first, it provides built-in security for data protection, and then you've got services like S3 and EFS who provide flexible access management through IAM policies. Secondly, encryption for data and at rest is offered across the storage platform, and you've got S3 encrypting all new objects by default, which gives you the best security without impacting performance. And last but not least, we provide comprehensive monitoring and auditing that gives you organization-wide visibility with access control metrics as well. It's also super important to leverage a robust security foundation and to provide data resiliency for your critical applications. This means that you can implement really aggressive recovery point and time objectives, so RTO and RPO, for all the various different scenarios that you might encounter. For data events, you've got options like quick rollback and versioning or replication, and then you've got AWS Backup, which is a fully managed service for simplified backup and recovery. And finally, for your disaster recovery needs, you also have a fully managed service in AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery that gives you an option not only to recover on-premises applications to AWS, but also cloud-based applications across availability zones. We're also continuing to innovate in our storage capabilities, and in order to deliver higher performance and lower latency, we announced a new S3 storage class called Amazon S3 Express One Zone at reInvent 2023 last year. This was purpose-built to deliver the highest performance and lowest latency for your most frequently accessed data. It uses purpose-built hardware and software to accelerate data processing, and it also gives you an option to choose your AZ to bring your frequently accessed data next to your high-performance compute resources to further minimize latency. So, as I mentioned, we know that business leaders prioritize security and reliability as a first step, but they also want to focus on performance and cost optimization. It's about meeting SLAs, it's about driving growth, and also delivering high performance while managing costs and fostering innovation. Let's have a look at some of the performance gains that you can achieve by using the Nitro system. Okay, so the Nitro system, kicking off in 2012, started off with one goal in mind. It was about making the AWS Cloud provide a lot more performance. It's got its own dedicated hardware and a fantastic lightweight hypervisor that makes everything faster, safer, and super efficient. Teaming up with Annapurna Labs, the Nitro system takes care of all the I/O and management overhead. So you basically get the raw power of bare metal instances without worrying about security. It's like having your own cloud superhero, fast, safe, and super efficient. And our goal isn't just to deliver the best performance, but also to offer the highest performance at the lowest cost. We've got many years of experience in building silicon, and today we've got over 100 Graviton-based EC2 instances across our portfolio, which gives you a really great mix of storage, compute, and memory to deliver better performance and price performance for your applications. We've been able to consistently innovate with each generation of the Graviton to deliver significant value for all of our customers. In fact, at re:Invent 2023 last year, we announced the Graviton 4, which is our most powerful and energy efficient chip. It gives you 50% more cores and 2 times the L2 cache compared to the last gen, which was obviously the Graviton 3. And here's the kicker, it's the first processor that we've made that offers multi-socket coherency. Again at re:Invent 2023, we also announced the preview of the Amazon EC2 R8G instance, which is based on Graviton 4. You can think of the R8G like the superhero of EC2 instances. It gives you 30% more computing power and the fastest DDR RAM that we've ever used. So it's basically unparalleled for handling heavy-duty databases and high-performance analytics. And now I'm going to pass you over to Aman, who's going to take you through lots of customer examples that will further highlight and exemplify some of the information I've shared. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Aja. All right. Hey everyone, my name's Aman, and I lead the compute core services and advanced compute team across Australia, Pacific, and Japan. And what I'm going to do today is just take you through a couple of customer examples who are benefiting from some of the innovations that Andres talked about, and then I'll touch how we're actually innovating further from generalized compute into some of our advanced compute services and beyond into applications that you can use directly beyond the instances itself. So, let me start off with SAP HANA. Last year, we announced that SAP HANA is now running on Graviton 3. As a result of which, they've been able to save 30% on their compute performance and 50% on, they've been able to achieve 50% higher memory bandwidth utilization for their analytics workloads. The best part, however, is that they've been able to do that in an efficient way. As a signatory to Amazon's climate pledge that encompasses over 427 organizations in 38 countries, including Australia, they've been able to reduce carbon emissions by 45%, right? Ultimately, what that means is that it's better for the environment. Another customer who has actually seen an improvement on their performance is Tufts, who are a leading integrated healthcare provider in the US. They were able to triple their user density by increasing performance also by 68% by moving to the 7th generation of the Intel instances. By doing so, they were able to save $1.2 million annually. As we continue to drive best price performance for Graviton, we also wanted to bring those same price performance benefits to machine learning workloads. You know, that thing that drives Gen AI. I think that's the first time we're saying it in this session. So machine learning, as you know, is powering breakthroughs that are driving innovations in everyday aspects of our lives. Think cars that drive themselves, voice assistants that can actually hold up conversations, systems that can offer recommendations, and visual systems that can recognize images. All of these use more and more compute power. Now, when we think about machine learning, we really think about it in 2 different categories. The first is training, which is used to build those models. And the second one is inferencing. This is where we use those models to generate predictions based on your input. At AWS, we have been implementing machine learning in production for over 20 years. We offer customers with the most performant ML infrastructure available in the cloud for both training and inferencing your ML workloads. In fact, Every year, over 30,000 customers build, train, and deploy the machine learning applications using EC2 infrastructure. When we started this journey, we were seeing customers reaching peaks of about 60 million parameters for their ML workloads. Now, as we push the boundaries of generative AI and the training and deploying of increasingly sophisticated models, we're seeing scales of over 10,000 GPUs at a time. And that translates to hundreds of billions of parameters and even trillions of parameters for their machine learning workloads. Like think Claude 3 as an example. To support these models, last year we launched EC2 P5 instances powered by NVIDIA's H100 Tensor Core GPUs. These instances are designed for training and deploying complex large models, diffusion models powering the most demanding of generative AI applications. P5 instances accelerate your time to solution by up to 4 times compared to other comparable EC2 instances, which means that it ends up with a reduction of cost by about 40% for your AI models. We've actually been monitoring the trends and those increasing use cases and those billions of parameters now required for some of these models for a little while now. We have over a decade of experience, as Andrea pointed out earlier, on building and designing our own custom silicon, such as the Amazon Graviton processor for generalized compute. And we believe that we can apply some of these same learnings to innovate silicon for ML workloads. In fact, we actually began developing machine learning chips over 5 years ago. A major milestone was the launch of AWS's Trainium-based instances last year. The release of this actually reduced the cost to train models by up to 50% compared to other EC2 instances. And as the number of parameters for AI models continue to increase, we actually followed this up by launching a new version of Trainium with 1,600 gigabits of networking for optimized high-scale distributed training. Now, we have clusters of over 64,000 Trainium accelerators, all interconnected by our elastic fabric adapter that provides non-blocking petabyte scale network. At reInvent 2023, we actually announced the next generation of AWS's Trainium 2 accelerators. These instances are now up to 4 times faster than the previous generation, offering you an eye-watering 65 exaflops of non-blocking supercomputing power. That is approximately 5 times faster than the largest supercomputer in the world. So Trainium 2 delivers a seamless experience that works with standard frameworks like PyTorch and TensorFlow. So you can now actually train those hundreds of billions of parameters of your models, but in a much more optimized way. The second part of ML is inferencing, right? As the need for predictions to happen in real time grows, compute instances that offer low latency and high throughput networking are needed. Recently, we announced the general availability of INF2 instances powered by AWS's Inferentia 2, which is now optimized specifically for those large-scale generative AI applications with those hundreds of billions of parameters that I keep mentioning. INF2 offers up to 4 times higher throughput and up to 10 times lower latency than previous generations. That translates to 40% higher price performance than previous generations of EC2 instances. Now, we've talked about how Nitro System helps to deliver deliver performance and enhance security that fuels our innovation. And we've also talked about some of the examples of customers that have been benefiting from those innovations. We've also talked about some of the innovations that we've actually brought along to instances that power and help you actually build your ML models. And the last part now, I'll actually go into some of the innovations that we've actually been doing in the application space that you can use directly for your business. A lot of our inspiration actually comes directly from you. Customer obsession is one of our leadership principles, and in speaking to customers, we've recognized that no two customers are the same. We've been constantly thinking about ways to innovate on behalf of you, our customers, and since our start in 2006, we've actually continuously expanded the number of services that we offer. We now have over 200 services, fully featured services for workloads such as analytics, machine learning, Internet of Things, application development, and much more. Looking specifically into compute, we now have over 750 instances, which is much more than any other cloud provider. Each one providing you with a choice of processor, storage, networking, and operating system. So you can always find the right fit for your specific workload. We've been collaborating with Intel for over 16 years, and as a result of that collaboration, we've actually delivered over 400 instances. AWS was the first to launch AMD-based instances and Mac OS-based instances. In fact, we are the only major cloud provider to provide on-demand Mac OS-based instances right now. This has lifted limitations and enabled people to develop, test, and deploy and sign on Apple apps directly on Amazon's EC2 infrastructure. We provide you with the broadest and deepest set of EC2 instances for your compute needs. Now, going beyond EC2 and instances that help you build your own applications, we also offer applications that are powered by generative AI, leveraging foundation models underneath. Amazon Q is a new type of generative AI-powered assistant designed to work for you at work. Q lets you answer questions quickly using natural language interactions, so you can easily chat and generate content and take steps and actions, all informed by an understanding of your systems, your data, and your repositories. We have designed Amazon Q to meet enterprise customers' stringent requirements from day one, which means we will never use business customers' data from Q to train the underlying models. For customers using EC2, we've made selecting the right instance for your workload much easier as well with Amazon Q. Amazon EC2 Instance Finder is a new generative AI-powered service within the EC2 console to help you make accurate, quick, and economical instance type selections right within the instance launch process. In addition to Q, we have Code Whisperer, which uses generative AI services to help our customers build applications faster, with greater efficiency and increased security. This frees up developers' times to focus more on their business-critical outcomes. During the preview, Amazon ran a productivity challenge, and participants who used Amazon Code Whisperer were 27% more likely to complete tasks successfully and did so at an average of 57% faster than those that did not use Code Whisperer. We continue to drive our mission to be the world's best cloud provider for virtually any application by delivering on the three values that we've actually talked about today. With these capabilities, our customers like Moderna, BOM, and John Deere are developing innovations that are changing the world. To start your innovation journey, AWS offers you a comprehensive set of end-to-end training and certification solutions, like the digital training on AWS using AWS Skill Builder, or classroom trainings, AWS certifications, and also education programs as well. To get started, we're offering a free 7-day trial of AWS's Skill Builder. And with that, I want to thank you for taking your time out this afternoon to come to the last session to listen to Andrea and I. We'll actually stick around for a few more minutes if you want, if you've got any questions specifically for us, and if you want to get in contact, you can do so by using the QR codes that I've actually got up on there. Oh, I'll just go back for a sec. And before we wrap up, please use the code on your right-hand side to rate the session, because we're always looking to improve the way we actually deliver these. And once again, thank you for taking the time out this afternoon.